Lovely. I like your little pouch.
Thanks. How we doing, ladies and steady bears? Welcome and a very good morning from RAF Lakenheath. Welcome to our end of week show. And it's time for some Pratt & Whitney power. It's time for some Pratt & Whitney's F-35 PW100 engine. Oh yes, just the single engine, that's what's required. It's the world's most powerful engine in a jet fighter, rated at 43,000 pounds of thrust in an airframe that weighs just 29,000 pounds empty. It is the one and only 5th generation stealth fighter, the F-35A Lightning II. And we'll be seeing it down the catwalk very shortly. And here it is, right on cue, our first one. So, with that in mind, with an airframe just weighing just 29,000 pounds empty, an engine at 43,000 pounds, it is like strapping a human being to a rocket. It literally is. And here we go. So, catwalk, this is what we call on the Ted Coningsby channel the catwalk. It is a Ted Coningsby catchphrase, well, vocab. Officially, it's just called a taxiway. I don't know, you choose, catwalk or taxiway. Catwalk will do. Call it the catwalk. Well, look at this £100 million suit coming down. Oh dear, here we go. It's that time. Oh, nice little transition of the armoured vehicle there, just casually just crossing the catwalk. Here we go. So the F-35A, flown by 2 squadrons here at RAF Lakenheath. It's home of the 48 Fighter Wing, and the flying component, very traditional. The flying component is the 48th Operations Group, and then of course you have 4 squadrons under that. 2 squadrons fly the F-35A, that's the 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers. Mors Inimicus, deaf to the enemy. Say it how it is. Fear the Reaper, not just on Halloween's. The Reaper, not just for Halloween. So the Grim Reapers said goodbye to the F-15 C and Ds in 2022, and they're the latest to have transitioned to the F-35A. The ones that brought the F-35A, making Lakenheath's 48 Fighter Wing the first ever unit of USAFE to operate the platform, was on the 15th of December 2021, the 495th Fighter Squadron, the Valkyries. They were inactive for a good 30 years. And the name Valkyries was chosen by you. Their nickname was actually the Thunderbarks before that. From 77 to 91, they were flying the F-111 Aardvark. And they had that nickname during that time. So when they were reactivated in 2021, they put out a little competition to the members of the public, or suggestions rather, to choose a nickname. Others included the Archangels, Daggers, Ravens. Valkyries was the one that was chosen. And there is a lot of history with Anglo-Saxon history and Norse myths, legends. So Valkyries was picked. The LN is the tail code stands for Lakenheath Nikos. No, just kidding, stands for Lakenheath. Don't know if I can get away with that. It stands for Lakenheath, it is the tail code. Although in 1972 they did actually choose LK. The original airfield code was indeed Lima Kilo, which you can still see on Google Earth, where the original tower was on the north side of the station. Today all that remains is the airfield code, and the original springs are still there, the natural springs which the locals of 8,000 years ago were using that to sustain and make a life here at Lakenheath. There's a lot of history here from Neolithic, Bronze Age and older. There's even a Lakenheath warrior, a connection of 1600 years of military here with Lakenheath as well. But in the end, LK was given to Little Rock in America. They fly the C-130. I don't know which variant, but it's I would imagine the C-130J. They fly at Little Rock. So LK, and LN was given to Lakenheath in 1973. There you go. And as you know from our previous streams with markings, tail codes and other educational World War II antics, the long tradition of markings is still going on. In fact, markings had been going on since especially the Royal Flying Corps days. The Royal Air Force's roundel, for example, was inspired by the French roundel. A lot of roundels and markings started to pop up around 1916. The United States Army Air Force had a bit of catching up to do. But you look at the Air Force now, would be fair to say they are the biggest in the world, and yet during the Second World War they were relatively small in comparison to especially the mighty Luftwaffe of the Second World War, the Royal Air Force as well. The other two squadrons that operate here, the 492nd Fighter Squadron, the Mad Hatters, locally known as the Bowlers. They fly the F-15E Strike Eagle. And the 494th Fighter Squadron, the Panthers, fights on. They also fly the F-15E Strike Eagle, bleed red and bleed blue. The size of that nozzle is just an indication of what we might expect. Another F-35 joining the club. Welcome to the show. So, as we've just started the show, don't forget to give your support if you're tuned in here in the viewing area, or if you're tuned in wherever you are in the world. Just give us a thumbs up. We've been clear, touch and go on the like button. It does help get the stream out there. It does a bit of a tickle to YouTube's algorithms if all our viewers and subscribers are hitting the like button. It does help get that stream out there. The 48th have been active since 1941, in fact 15th of January. The number 15 pops up quite a lot, by the way, in history with the US Air Force. 15th of Jan 1941, the 48th were one of the first aviation objectives. In their time they've flown various aircraft, A-20s, A-35s, P-39, P-40, P-47. They started off as a group, got wing status in 1952, starting with the F-84, the F-86 and the F-100. That was in France, and when they got the wing status during their time in France, they moved to Lakenheath, 15th of Jan 1960. They arrived here, brought with them the F-100s. That was for another 12 years using that here. The F-4 Phantom for 5 years, and then in 77 the F-111 Aardvark. Beautiful. Look at it. Notice the non-full cylindrical nose. There is a ridge on the nose, very pointy, that leads right up to the intake. A characteristic of stealth. Wheel him in, wheel him in. Look at this merry-go-round. This is awesome. Nice. Tell you what, the light over here on this EOR over here is quite stunning actually. Look at this. Beautiful. So, a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you're watching from in the world. Welcome to RAF Lakenheath, home of the 48th Fighter Wing. Big shout out to the 48th Civil Engineer Squadron and the volunteers as well. RAPCON, 48th Operations Support Squadron, Communications, Fighter Generation Squadrons as well, Fighter Squadrons, LE, SF, Fire Department, Medics, 48th Medical, how are we doing? Hope we're all good. Tuning in without windows, bless them. The direct contact with the outside world is us. Oi, oi. How are we all doing? Hope we're all good. So the F-35A, powered by the Pratt & Whitney's F-135 PW100, a little bit different to the others, 43,000 pounds of thrust. The F-35A is the only one with the internal cannon. The B and the C do not have an internal Gatling gun. On the A variant, it's the GAU-22A. It's a 25mm cannon, fires at 1,085 meters per second, which is very astonishing. Can pull 9 Gs. It is a close air support version as well. It is can do all that. It is what's classed as multi-role due to the fact that it has a gun as well. The rounds are 25mm rounds, which can be a mixture of different types of 25mm rounds, from armoured piercing rounds to explosive rounds. It is a stealth 5th generation fighter, max speed at Mach 1.6. Don't be fooled by the max speed. It is a multi-role. You don't need anything more than 1.6 really. Think about it. The perimeters of aerial combat is 0.8 to 1.2 Mach. Mach 2 plus, you're not going to be able to use your weapons anyway. You'll be using a lot of fuel. 18,000 pound of payload. And it's been designed for loiter time as well. That's the thing. Gets the job done undetected for as long as possible, because it will be detected. Misconception is that stealth means that it's invisible or it will never get detected. Well, you've only got to use your eyes. You can see it if you can spot it. But the idea is to just create some background noise and a bit of confusion on enemy radar to a point where it's just nothing. Underneath the nose, what looks like a tiny little window. It's, I'll tell you what, for an engagement present, that would be amazing. It is actually made out of sapphire. It is the EOTS, the electro-optical targeting system. From IRST, FLIR, locking onto targets, it does all that. And it's made out of sapphire. So if you've bought your loved one a piece of sapphire, you could say, yeah, it's a piece of F-35, do you know what I mean? Picked off me mate Lockheed and Martin. Here we go. There it is, you can see that there. And they use sapphire because of its transparency and low radar cross-section. The radar cross-section of an F-35 is just the size of a golf ball. If you think what radars look out for, aeroplanes, then a golf ball would just register as probably a background noise, even if it can even register that. The airframe is covered in radar absorbing material, RAM. That paint was patented by Lockheed Martin. It's actually got iron ferrite particles in there, and what the iron does, it absorbs radio frequencies, radio waves, it absorbs them, and then the body of the aircraft that actually absorbed the heat from that. I actually thought the heat would not give out an IR signature, but it actually burns it off and then gets absorbed. So, kind of cool really. There's also radar scattering tape, which you can see all these like funny sort of tape work on top of the F-35. Here we go. It's time to turn up your volume and make your neighbours think you live next to some sort of RAF base. It's time. 2 left. Welcome to the Coningsby channel, it's Friday. There's the cannon there, look at that. Beautiful. Cannon sits on the ridge where the wing, the left wing, the port side meets the fuselage. Very distinctive character of the A variant. This is low, man. It never gets boring, does it? It's always fascinating to see that car alarm's still dying and what an amazing start to the morning, and I hope you're all good. Ellie Lyder, how you doing? Aspen, what up? Doolittle, Dot Doolittle, Leah, how you doing? Doug Ross, Captain A, not Captain Weber. Oh, Piggy, I love Fridays, we do too. How's it all going, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Well, that was pretty exciting stuff.
Will that be for a bit now, mate?
You right there?
Will that be for a bit now?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know, I'm afraid. Sorry.
How long do they normally go away before they come back? Is it all random?
Yeah.
Cheers.
No worries. So, hope we're all good, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. So, what we see there is, for those who don't know, let's get my F-35. There we go. Let's get the F-35. So we do get a number of questions, which is fine. It's not a problem. Hope you all enjoyed that. So, ladies and teddy bears, one of the questions I get asked is how high do they go? If you've got any questions about the departures, let me know. Why do they turn the afterburner off? That kind of thing. If you've got any questions about the departures, why do Coningsby's aircraft do different takeoffs and that kind of thing? If you've got any of those, I will give you the answers to that. But of course, the idea and the context between what we've seen is to do with thrust to weight ratio. All right, that's what the main core that will determine the agility, the maneuverability of an aircraft. Okay, it is all down to thrust to weight. Just listening in what's happening over the road there. It's all to do with thrust to weight. Okay, so before I begin, if you've got, you know, for those that do track day racing, would understand totally. For those that have a brochure to their vehicle, this would be pretty cool. Have a look at the weight of your car and the power, okay, of your vehicle. All right, so power to weight. Now, if you were to take that weight, okay, and have a look at your engine, all right, without modifying the engine to make your car quicker, okay, not necessarily the maximum speed. All you need to do, obviously don't do this, but there are guys and girls that do track days and go racing on tracks that totally know what I'm on about. If you were to take out all your seats apart from the driver's seat, take out all the door decals, take out the dashboard, obviously leave your instruments on there, empty the boot out completely, take out the spare wheel, weigh that. All right, and now if you were to drive your car, it'd be quicker. The acceleration will be amazing, and yet you haven't actually done anything to the engine. All right, take a 1 litre in a motorbike, take a 1 litre in a car. Which is faster? It's going to be the 1 litre on a motorbike, because the motorbike weighs very little. All right, yeah, there's a few more technical bits to that, but now do you understand that? If I put it in that respect, if you put a 1 litre engine on a skateboard, that skateboard is probably going to be the quickest thing on earth, although trying to control it will be a different matter. Right, so now that you know a little bit about power to weight, okay, so our F-35A, okay, against the Typhoon, it's different thrust to weight ratio. The power and the weight are completely different. Disregarding that this has got more power, the thing is it's heavy. It's a bit like the F-15E Strike Eagle, right? The Pratt & Whitney F-100 PW229s are, put them together, round it off, £60,000. Now, at first you think, well, surely that's going to be the quickest. Not quite. That's actually the slowest from brakes released, because it's heavier. It's a lot heavier. So a little bit about the F-35 as well is that it's empty. It's just over £29,000. Yes, it's got £43,000 of thrust, but when you start adding fuel, 18,000 pounds of fuel, you're going to get quite close to your max power, okay? And the thing is, with the way the engine works, okay, and the performance of that also has an effect. The thrust to weight ratio, what you're looking for, you need to match the weight, okay, or be more powerful than the weight itself, okay? So for those that don't know, the thrust to weight ratio of an F-35A is 0.87, all right, roundabout 0.9, 0.87, thereabouts, okay, because obviously depends on what they put. This is just rough, okay? If you were to put 50% of fuel, you're going to get more than a 1:1 thrust to weight ratio. Naturally, 50% of fuel will take this over 1:1, which is great, which is what you want, which is what the Typhoon wants. The Typhoon's thrust 1.2 to 1 ratio on thrust to weight, okay? So if you've got more thrust than what you're going to weigh out, and obviously it does depend on the actual engine performance, then you are going to be able to accelerate vertically. Why is that important? This is not just about takeoffs. In aerial combat, being able to go from slow to fast to slow to fast. So if you were going to go on a bombing run, you don't go like Mach 2. You need to, the speed will be different, but from that speed to a fast speed, it's really important in aerial combat. ACM, BFM, really important to be able to do that, and the Typhoon can do that. So let's rewind this back then, so we don't lose you. Right, so the F-35 performed what's called a quick climb, also known as an unrestricted climb, okay? That doesn't mean it can go as high as it wants to. You can get ATC going, clearing an aircraft for an unrestricted climb to a flight level of 150. Now, how is that unrestricted? Unrestricted relates to the actual altitude. It's going to go, the climb rate, the rate of climb, the speed it's about to depart, okay? Because there are some restrictions of aircraft climb rates, okay? Hence, it's called unrestricted, a quick climb. Now, the flight level, you just add 2 zeros to it. So if you hear flight level 150, it's 15,000 feet. You add 2 zeros to it. Flight level 100, add 2 zeros, that's 10,000 feet. All right. So thanks to the movies, they've kind of portrayed that unrestricted climbs means they go on forever, okay, and go to the moon. That is not the case. They are restricted, and then they need to get a further clearance from a different radar. They can't just go and do that. Why? Because there's other aircraft in the skies that are going about their way, heading for the Bahamas and having a good time with, with their shorts and stuff. All right, so this is it. We're talking about the climb rate itself. So it's been cleared for quick climb. Okay, so the F-35 whacked on the afterburner, and what they're doing, okay, because they haven't got a thrust to weight ratio of more than 1:1, they need to reach speeds of, let's say, 420 to 450 miles per hour. Every pilot is different, every single takeoff is different, and then what happens, you'll notice the afterburner switches off a little bit. There are 2 reasons for that. One is to allow the landing gear to retract. If you don't do that, landing gear's not been made to go 450 miles per hour. It will damage it and it will get stuck, okay? The other thing is to control a bit of the speed. You don't want to end up going supersonic because you may get in trouble. But yeah, the main reason is to allow the landing gear just a little bit of a chance just to retract, because otherwise it can get jammed, which we've seen many times. The afterburner will come back on once that's done. They'll get to 420, 450, and the pilot just whacks back on the stick. I like that, whacks back, and then climbs to the flight level that's been cleared to do so from air traffic controller RAPCON tower. All right. G's pulled, another top question I get asked. It's about 5 to 7. Now, yes, we spoke about thrust to weight ratio. Thrust to weight is going to improve as you fly. You're actually going to be using up a lot more fuel, which is why in aerial combat, which movies miss out, F-18s in Top Gun, for example, were flying around doing all sorts of dogfights against that Su-57, was it? It's still got the drop tanks on there. You can't maneuver like that. Drop tanks are called that because you can drop them, and you would need to do that anyway. But anyway, that's another story, that's another topic. Okay, so now that the pilots reach 420, 450, has got 450 miles per hour behind them. That's why it climbs so fast, okay? So are you with me on that? And that's why they do it. If the F-35 tried to do that, it I don't know, it might even stall if it tried to do that from 8 seconds. It might not be able to do it. I think the computers will tell it no. So the Typhoon, for example, it weighs just 24,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds less, with an output of 40,400 pounds of thrust. It's a lighter aircraft, and they're 2 very powerful engines to their degree. All right, they weigh very little, just under a ton. All right, now this is why the Typhoon, from brakes release, okay, so they call it a performance takeoff. Now you may hear performance takeoff or QRA takeoff. It doesn't always go vertical. All right, it means the climb rate, and that kind of proves the point, but we all want to see it go vertical, right? So the difference with the Typhoon is that from brakes release, okay, and this is a thrust to weight ratio of 1.2 to 1. All right, if it had 50% of fuel, I think the Typhoon would actually go to the moon. Okay, because it'll be even lighter. So the pilot, literally from brakes release, in 8 seconds will reach speeds of about 185 miles per hour. Now, might not sound a lot, but here's the difference. From 8 seconds, it's now going to pull up in 50 degree, 60 degree, and into a vertical climb. This is the difference. It is now climbing vertically, it's accelerating vertically, whereas the F-35 already had 450 miles per hour, but then it cleared the entire runway before pulling up. So this is climbing already from 8 seconds, and then 22 seconds from rotate can actually go supersonic with clearance, of course. Okay, G's pulled, you're going to be very, very shocked to hear that it may not even get to 2G. Why? Because it's pulled up from 185 miles per hour and it's climbing, whereas the pilot's got 450 miles per hour, and then when they do a turnout on 450 miles per hour, you may feel it with 5 to 7 Gs. That's what they pull, the F-35s and F-15s, whereas the Typhoon just 2G maximum, and that would be on the turnout. All right, so that's the difference between the two, and the fact that air traffic controllers, and we spoke about this through QRA, have to make sure that there's nothing in the skies that's going to, you know, like cause a collision. You've got a very fast moving aircraft, which is really important on QRAs, that the air traffic controller coordinates as well, to make sure that the pilot can, and of course the aircraft, can get to the safest route to intercept. It's the same with quick climbs, performance takeoffs, unrestricted climbs. The air traffic controllers, the RAPCON here, they would need to make sure that there's no, you know, there's no traffic that's going to cause an issue. You know, they're just doing their thing, going to the Bahamas, and then suddenly you've got an F-35 going, hello, it's Friday and I've got to do my thing. So there we go. So that's a little bit of background with that. Any questions, do let me know. Thank you very much. Ellie Lider, how high can they go in a quick climb? So air traffic controller will be told, air traffic controllers here at RAPCON or anywhere, and it doesn't have to be RAPCON, I'm just saying, they will be told how high they can climb to, all right? So Ellie Lider asks, how high can they go in a quick climb? They will be cleared to a flight level. They can't go higher. Once they've reached, so for example, if that was flight level, let's say 100, flight level 100, which is 10,000 feet. After they've reached that climb where we see them turn out, they will then get another radar service after that. They can then continue. They're not stuck at 10,000 feet forever. It's just the initial climb for safety, which is why it's called an unrestricted. You're going to get something going to 10,000 feet very, very quickly, which is why it's important that that it's done. You can't just do a quick climb. One can't just do a quick climb. You have to get clearance. It has to be requested and cleared, because of course, let's not forget, you got Mildenhall just over the road as well, so there could be aircraft, and we have had them been denied as well because of the fact that there have been traffic coming in or out of Mildenhall. Just seeing if you've got any other questions. Ellie Lider, good question. So the answer to that is no. They need to be qualified on the platform. So I know what you're trying to say. So an F-35 pilot can't just go in a Typhoon and fly it. They're not qualified to fly it. Then they wouldn't be able to fly it. They would need to be qualified to fly that aircraft, and vice versa on any aircraft. So, which is why. I'm sure it's the same for other air forces, but I'm only speaking from RAF here, is the fact that the RAF don't like pilots changing platform. You've got to think how much time was invested to stream them to a Typhoon, for example. All that time, all those years, and all that experience that goes with it. You know, a very experienced pilot is a lot better than a non-experienced, just saying generically, okay? So all that time and effort, and then if you're going to just say, yeah, thanks very much, let's just get this pilot to get trained on an F-35. There are exceptions, of course. You can request it. I'm not saying that it never happens, but they don't do it. But other, for example, Tornado pilots, when that got retired, there was no option but to invest now into getting them trained on and converted to a Typhoon when that time happened. So a lot of the Typhoon pilots would have backgrounds on the Tornado because of the fact that that got retired and the Typhoon replaced it. So there are instances, but no, they can't just go in a F-35 and fly it. They wouldn't be able to, and vice versa. And oh, well, thanks. Because see, Eigen there answering. Well, thank you for answering it as well. While I'm not on there, but it's always nice to hear it as well. It's nice that we're answering in the same as well. That's pretty cool. Well, we can't answer that. We don't know any any details, that you just need to turn up and hope for the best. We've got someone asking, is there going to be more, because I'm coming here in a few minutes. Turn up and hope for the best. That's the way it is. You never know. You've got to be in it to win it. Not Captain Weber, absolutely, yeah. Nathan Scheuer was the last Tornado pilot to be trained, and now he was he was a 2025 RAF Typhoon display pilot, and is now back on being a qualified flying instructor on 29. Peter Ver, how you doing? Doug Ross. Wow. It's all good. And it's nice that, because I'm not always on the streams, okay, I'm not always on the chat, so it's nice that I've got our Spanner Fly and others as well been able to answer the questions as well, so thank you very much. So do continue to do so. It's just I'm not always on the stream, so it's nice that there are answers put out there, so thank you very much. And yeah, it would be quite embarrassing if we gave a completely different answer. I think that was almost again, people asking about times, no one knows, okay, so no one knows. You just turn up, hope for the best. It's random, it's the way it is, it's military. It's not like Gatwick or Heathrow or anything like that. You know, we've been here at on Fridays, and they finish at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Sometimes start at 2, sometimes start at 12, finish at 5, start at 6:40 in the morning. It's never the same. So you know, gone are the days of just finishing early-ish. Those days are they haven't done that for a long time. I know things are different at the moment with current situations, but hopefully things will all be back to normal. Okay. So airfields and aerodromes have always been constantly upgraded. Any construction or work is their business, not ours, so we'll leave it at that. Thank you. Oh, absolutely. Wendy loves planes. Absolutely. Wouldn't it be a boring world if you just had a whole timetable? Might as well do school buses, right? It's you know, it's the beauty of not knowing. It's on par with fishing. You know, you turn up, you could change river, you change station, have a look, see what's in there. You just never know what you're going to get. Sunny Norfolk. Okay, so it's what it is. The RAF Mildenhall is a 24-hour station. Okay, so RAF Mildenhall is 24/7, and it's looked after by Lakenheath Tower, which is RAPCON, which is radar approach control, and they assist with the with literally from surface to up to 20,000 feet in a 60 nautical mile radius. Okay, so it's Lakenheath Tower that actually manage and control the airspace, which is called there's also a traffic zone called CMATS. Now normally it's MATS, but because Lakenheath and Mildenhall are very close together, they actually intersect each other, so they call it a combined MATS, or CMATS for short. Okay, so that's Military Aerodrome Traffic Zone. And yeah, so Mildenhall Tower, it is manned. That'll be for engine runs, ground runs, you know, just getting them to taxi, because they need eyes on that ground. But once they're airborne, it's they're then told to change frequency, and then RAPCON will take care of the rest. So it's technically yes, but it's to do with Mildenhall Tower, Mildenhall Station, that's 24/7.
20th. 20th?
Morning.
Morning, all right there.
Yeah, not bad. You?
Good, good, thank you. Yeah, all good. So yeah, welcome to the show, ladies and teddy bears. So we've got F-35s. We can always fingers crossed for some F-15s, which would be good. So again, we don't know. We just got to listen out, use our ears for any startups, and hope for the best that we hear some Pratt & Whitney F100 PW229s, which are the engines on the F-15s.
Yeah, so now it's usually 60 to 90 minutes.
Right, I'll be right back. Just going to grab my cup of tea.
I'm not sure if you know where the 2-kill F-35s are based, because I know they're here.
Oh, I knew there was couples. This couple. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think they arrived like during the week. They weren't sure exactly where they're parked.
You won't see it. It'll be out.
Yeah.
About a mile away probably.
So they're going to Aerobraking. They'll come in over. Huh? Taking a picture of Ted. Just got a picture of Ted.
Did you have a nice busy day at Mildenhall yesterday?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was cracking.
Yeah, 2 C5s.
Where have you ejected from?
It's actually gifted to me from my uncle, so it's to you. Do you need to hold your phone?
Yeah, you can do.
Well, we're just here, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no worries. Yeah, nice little suit, isn't it?
Thanks.
Where'd you get that from?
Recycling, is it recycling centre? You
No,
got?
Yeah.
you know what the sale rooms?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I go there quite a lot.
Oh, nice.
And the stuff that comes through there is unbelievable.
Yeah, I bet.
Wait until he has all the teddy bears out.
Why did you swap? That's just a bit.
Looking like the first 3 F-35s we do back to back.
How we doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? How we all doing? Hope we're all good and well. Right. So let's. Do you know what I need to get? I know what model I need to get. So someone remind me. Is the F-117. I need to get that because to finish off my talks about stealth, it would be nice to get the first ever stealth operational stealth aircraft, which was indeed the F-117, and it's nice to be able to talk about that. The fact that it literally would have been completely defenseless if you think about the risk of the armament. You know, if it ended up meeting some fighter jets, that would have been it. It was subsonic, but it had a very innovative design, and the way the what was it called? What was it? Something blue, wasn't it? Oh, it used to have a Have Blue. Was it Have Blue? The prototype, or one of the originals, and they changed the tail to the V tail. But yeah, some of the characteristics was developed from that. And of course, you've got the the legendary B2, which is, again, it is subsonic. And, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to understand how stealth works, how radio waves, when they disperse omnidirectionally, and then what the enemy radar does, it waits for that return to come back. Now, a quick way to understand that is probably, you know, with my little diagram. But you can do this experiment at home, actually, if you get a mirror and a torch to understand how stealth works. It's pretty much on the same process as getting a mirror and getting a light, because, well, for those, well, I wish I paid a bit more attention at school. I did, but I was distracted by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so there we go. But if you were to get a mirror, okay, and you get a torch, and remember the angle of incidence, angle of reflection, that kind of thing, and then you've got the refraction side of things, but that's another subject. But basically, what you don't want is something coming back to sender, okay? So when you shine that torch, a bit like shouting in a cave, that echo is the radar return in a well. You add more water, it affects the sound. There's all sorts of things you can do with trying to stop radar return. So if you imagine a stabilizer, that's probably the worst ever. And if you imagine the horizontal stabs, the stabilizers, they will cause a 90-degree angle, and that will cause a problem, right? So you can see what I've done here. Anything red is not good. So this is RCS Jess. She is not happy about this, but I'll explain about that one. So the idea is to not make it return, and if you do try to make it return weaker. So when you shout down or into a cave, you want to try to absorb. There are things called acoustic absorbing material, right? But that's acoustics. This is a little bit different. You probably think that the nose that's round of an aircraft would help sort of project the angle of incidence elsewhere, but no, wrong, because if you catch it at a nice tangible angle, it will just come back. RCS Jess is not happy. So when we look at the B2, when we look at the F-22, when we look at the F-35, there are serrations. And now on the F-35, which is the latest and greatest, there are serrations everywhere, which we're going to have a look at. And if you do that, that angle is just going to bounce it off somewhere else. So RCS Jess is happy. To combat the situation with the nose, remember what I said about the nose of an F-35 and F-22? The noses are, there's a ridge, which I'll show you in a moment. So this will make that bounce. So RCS Jess is happy. Another thing you can do is to actually coat the material, or the airframe, with radar absorbing materials. Now, this was actually first trialed out on the SR-71 Blackbird. It's iron ferrite particles in the paint. So this is not a hot char grill with burgers on there. What it is, these are the radar radio waves hitting the aircraft, and what these particles of iron do, they burn away the radio frequencies, and they burn away the radio waves, and the aircraft absorbs that heat. I actually tried to I answered my question through that diagram, is how that would work. So there are a few things that do have issues. Now, the worst places for radar return is in the cockpit, okay, and the intakes. Now, if you think about ground stations and enemy radar, they're always pointing upwards, okay? They're always pointing upwards. So a good thing to do is to have your intakes or your inlets on the top. That's great. They're not going to go in there, because if radio waves go inside the inlets, they're going to have a great time bringing back that the heat signature, the IR infrared signature from the engines, and then come back and tell its mates. Right, the cockpit all closed up there. Look, it's really cool. But what you do, you know, if you are going to bank at a certain angle, you want to put some radar absorbing material, some electro absorbing material, which is why they have like a kind of a bronzy, orangey, bluey tint, it's just the coating. And people ask me, why does the F-35 canopy shine or reflect blue or orange? There's nothing operational about it other than the amount of coating and the material through time supplied. Okay, different manufacturers, different amount of coating. It's just to do with the amount of coating applied through time, and different. It's like paint. You buy the same paint for a number of years, and it will be slightly different, right? So again, they got rid of the V-tail, they got rid of the stabilizer, which is why this has got like wing rudders, okay, and also differential power output on the engines to control the rudder that it doesn't have. So the output on each engine is controlled differently, so you can have more power on the left or the right engine, or engine 1 and engine 2, for example. Okay, and the fact that you've made it not look like a plane is really going to struggle. So it's got radar absorbing material. There's radar scattering tape. I don't know if you can see that. What it is, this tape is not the same contour or gradient, that might be the right word. The thickness is different, and what that does, when radio waves touch a surface, they like consistency, and because the actual radar scattering tape is made at different thicknesses, it really has a hard time trying to understand that, and by the time it comes back, it just weakens the radio wave. So you've weakened it, you've covered it with radar absorbing material. Look at all these, look at all the serrations that I spoke about, even on the top, okay, everywhere. In fact, this is one giant serrated piece of Dorito, with respect, and there's serrations absolutely everywhere. So they've learnt from this, but bombers that are stealthy have actually do things differently than fighters that are stealthy. What the B2 can do can actually shrink enemy radar's range, so it gets through, gets the job done, and gets out of dodge, okay, and then gets back. Because at the end of the day, this is not supersonic. It doesn't have afterburners, all right? It is subsonic, no afterburners, hardly any infrared. In fact, it would register, if it even did, as a pea or a bumblebee. It's tiny. That's all it does. Now, when it comes to the likes of the F-35, you can see everything they've learned from the F-22 as well, all right? So you can see all these serrations. There are serrations absolutely everywhere. And again, the misconception is, you know, it's invisible. It's not invisible. It's, you know, and it will be detected. You know, when you get but the thing is, as I mentioned, okay, you can't have the intakes on the top. Why? Because you're going to do ACM fighter maneuvers. Dotty, how you doing? You all right, Dotty? Hang on, just one sec. Let me just... with your consent, does the dog consent to this? Does Dotty consent? Dotty! Hello? Yeah. There we go. She's now famous. Dotty, I love that dog. I do. I think it's such a cute dog. But anyway, I think that's probably our first dog I've ever actually featured like that. Start of something new. The pet section. Yeah, so they don't have the intakes on the top because, well, when it does an aileron roll, when it goes inverted, it defeats the object. You could do that on the B2 because it doesn't make fighter maneuvers, the B2, which is why they keep them on the side. In fact, the worst place you can have intakes actually on the bottom unless you're going to have a different style. The other thing as well, the intakes are serpentine shaped, a bit like the S-duct. They're serpentine so that you don't see the engine fan, because that's got a infrared signature. So everything about the F-35, the radar absorbing material, just to give you an idea, 0.1 megahertz right up to 60 gigahertz. So not even the F-400 will be able to, or struggle to get this detected. It has everything it needs. It forms a bubble and survivability. The cone, the ridge, look at that. It's not circular either. In fact, inside here, the ASA, the active electronically scanned array, it points upwards. It's a clever way to not point down and give away where you are, because you've got all this, because it can absorb data, it can download data and send it back to command. Air Force Command and other command posts. It can send back all the data to like a Hawkeye and all that kind of stuff, you know, back to the data center. But the thing is, with all that, all these frequencies that are trying to do all this work, it also has almost like what's the word? Almost like sound deadening, like noise reduction. It actually mimics. There's so many things this does, I don't even know where to begin. So we even have here, this compartment here opens up the FOTD, the fiber optic tow decoy. This tow decoy made by Leonardo, it's called a Bright Cloud. And what that does, it basically tries to break locks if any enemy radar tries to lock on it. And if, worst case scenario, if someone does get a lock onto it, that would be destroyed by bringing off a signature. But it tries to fool enemy radar by doing a lock. So you've got all the radar scattering tape, you've got radar absorbing material. It is absolutely amazing. Even the design of these bumps, the divertless supersonic inlet as well. So remember about the Typhoon's got that scoop, the splitter diverter for the boundary layer, because boundary layer would be an absolute nightmare. So if I quickly grab my Typhoon, can you see the scoop? Have a look at the F-16, that little scoop there, that splitter. I don't know if you can see that. I should have got the other one. There's a gap between the actual fuselage. There's a splitter, and what that does, it tries to get rid of the boundary layer. Boundary layer, you don't want that. It's sticky, draggy air that makes its way and seeps in to your engine. And if you have that, that will cause cyclical damage, cyclical bending as it's called. So yeah, everything about it is phenomenal. There's 4 internal hard points, so you can have your goodies inside there. It can take a total payload of 18,000 pounds, but 4 of the hard points are inside. Again, low radar cross section. Yes, there will be, like I said, 5th gen. They will be detected, especially when you drop what you need to do. But the idea is to get out of there and not get detected. It's basically leaving it too late. But look at the serrations, absolutely everywhere, even on the loading bay. Sorry, not loading bay, the landing, the weapons bay and the landing bay, the landing gear bay. And then you've got loads of other gadgets, which I'll show you as well. The DAR system, you've got the EOTs. There's just pretty much everything about it. It's just an absolute dream and a nightmare for enemy radar. So there's tiny little, what looks like glass or cameras or windows. Camera would probably be about the right. There's 6 to look out for if you ever spot them on an F-35. Just here is the ladder, the internal ladder, but this is the DAR system, the distributed aperture system. They look like mirrors if you catch them on the right light. I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think there was 2 here, and they're all different shapes, of course, because it's an F-35. And what these do, they're distributed aperture system, the DAR system. They're infrared sensors for day or night. They create a situational bubble, an awareness bubble, a 360-degree protection. And if you are in a flight of other F-35s, you will be, you can actually, it's the hive mind, isn't it? It will actually fuse and create a fusion with the others. So we're talking about a massive data center flying in the skies, just getting all that information. It is just impressive. And what these do, they're constantly, continuously tracking. So a bit like IRST in some ways, because they are infrared for day or night. They're looking out for SAMs, so surface to air missiles. They've already engaged, they've already spotted enemy fighters. If they want to engage, they can. Already seen you. It is amazing. It is an amazing piece of kit. It really is absolutely brilliant. And the EOT system, the electro-optical targeting system, which I noted earlier. Just quickly before I talk about that, that's where the cannon is here, and it's the F-35A that has this cannon. About 182 rounds, I think it is, but they're very clever, a very clever system. In fact, the bullets are not facing this way; they're actually facing this way, and then they turn. They've done it's an amazing design. I've still got to draw that for you. It's done that way so that it doesn't jam. that's how they've worked it out. They've got a sort of preventative measure for jamming, so that the bullets don't get jammed. It's amazing. So under here on this model, I know my F-35B model is better. This is clear under here. This should be clear. It's a shame, but on my F-35B, this is clear. It's made out of sapphire. Sapphire is strong on the Moss scale of hardness. Yes, there is a scale of hardness. So diamond being 10, it's out of 10. Sapphire is 9, but it also has transparency and low radar return as well, so they use sapphire for that, so nice and clear. It's the electro-optical targeting system, so that can also do like IRST. It's like the pirate system on basically your targeting pod, basically. So a bit like, sorry, not the IRST, it's a bit like the what's it called, the sniper pod, so you can lock onto targets, use your guided missiles with it and all that kind of good stuff. So there's just a little bit of a background with the F-35 there. Like I said, doesn't need to have Mach 2, doesn't need that. You wouldn't do that anyway. And think about the fact that the F-35 is a multi-role, doesn't need to go Mach 2. Bombers don't go Mach 2. This can be a bomber. It's a bit like, I suppose it's a bit like, dare I say it, is it a modern day Mosquito? Because it is a multi-role. It can do bombing, it can do close air support, it can do reconnaissance. You know, wouldn't be unfair to say that. But there we go. I'm gonna have my cup of tea.
Right, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, what did you do to your wrist?
Just wear and tear. Just wear and tear. Thank you, though.
How does it feel having a dog on YouTube?
It's good. It does have its challenges. It's not as easy as people think. You know, it does have a lot of challenges, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Good fun.
Hoping to see anything?
Well, he's already got 10 F-35s.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, we've had 10 F-35s, which is quite nice.
Wait, what?
Even just, you know, I've always said this. Even just one, that'll do.
Yeah.
You know, one quick climb, that'll do. That'll do.
One is better than none.
Oh, nice one. Oh.
What was Old Buckingham like?
Oh yeah, I recommend that. If you've not done Old Buckingham, definitely recommend that one.
Yeah, on the Saturday, me and my brother was up at Shuttleworth for the summer air show.
Oh yeah, Shuttleworth is lovely as well.
Yeah.
You know, some of the smaller air shows, they're just basically nice and compact. They're quite family orientated air show. It's quite nice and relaxed.
Is he that filming?
Yeah, he put his own rigs. Goes on YouTube. Charlie, you had him up.
Shuttleworth on the 29th of
Charlie had him
August
out.
for the military air show.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then Little Granston the day after.
Yeah, I'd love to do that if I get a
Yeah, they've
chance.
got the RAF Typhoon display team there.
Oh, have they? What, Little Granston?
Yeah.
Have they? Oh, cool.
You ain't seen the type thing this year.
Yeah, no, we've not seen
Not
the
seen it. Oh, right.
We were at Duxford on the Saturday for the summer air show, and it went tech in its first half. So
Oh yes. What, this year or
this year,
yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't happen sadly. Not a lot you can do.
Where's the airplanes that
on Thursday.
I don't know where they're on. They might be practicing.
The MiG-17 from Poland's
Oh yeah, that's quite nice. That very good. Yeah, I've not seen that. Yeah, I've seen pictures. It looks great.
That's where they came down.
It's cracking.
Over there now. You see that road over there? That's where they come down.
How are we all doing? Hope we're all good. Let me catch up with you on the streams there. Hope we're all good. Lorenzo Lippi, how you doing? Dominic Knable, how you doing? Edward Coates, what up? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you for a while. Davey, oi to you. Got Adrian, how's it going? Michael Ward, Iron. How's it going, Aspen? What up? Okay, how we doing? Hope we're all good.
I can't feel anything.
How long is he filming right now?
So I hope we're all good and well.
People that are sending in messages.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for either the F-35s to return, or we're just waiting for startups. Ladies, gents, teddy bears, hope you're all good and well, and welcome to the show. So who manages the skies? There's RAPCON there. How we doing? It's our secondary surveillance radar, SSR, where ADSB is sort of taking over really from that in some respects. And that's, you can see how much wind there is today, not a lot. There's our radar approach control tower. It's RAPCON. How we're doing then, ladies, gents, teddy bears. So, for those that like to know, the tinted glass there is about 15 degrees. Oh, if anyone wanted to know that. And the 48th Operations Support Squadron, the Eagles, they ensure the security and readiness of the military and the civilian flights as well in operations. And it's around the clock. They manage the airspace. They manage it of up to 60 nautical mile radius, and literally from windows shut, as they say, from ground to 20,000 feet in altitude. They have radar technology that manage both here and Mildenhall, as Mildenhall is 24 hours, and it's controls its designated airspace. It coordinates with multiple host nations as well, and other control agencies across the East Anglia region. You've got to remember that there's lots of civilian aircraft up in the skies as well. They also look after flight operations from the 48th and the 100th Air Refuelling Wing and the 352nd Special Ops Wing at Mildenhall as well. And they basically facilitate the flights and, of course, their complex military exercises. The team involves a assist controller and an approach controller. The approach controller, they're the ones talking to the aircraft, and the assist controller, they're the ones writing down the altitude, the course of flight as well. There's a lot of collaboration. Shifts are about 8 to 12 hours, and it does get fun, as they say, when it gets a little bit busy in the, especially in the patterns and circuits, etc. But the communication is crucial, as you know, and not only that, it's crucial from those on the ground. You know, there are contractors, there are the civil engineer squadron, there's a lot of movement, you know, aircraft taxiing from one end to the other. But up in the skies, they're there to, they're there as well. And you've got to remember, with adverse weather, real dangerous weather conditions, and to try and prevent conflicts up in the airspace. And they'll also take care of the safe entry and exit from designated airspaces and points as well. We've got Point Charlie, we've got Point Bravo, we've got Point Delta. They're different points on entry into the airspace, into the aerodrome. And they can also assist with execution of fighter maneuvers, the PFOs, practice flameouts as well. There's procedures that they need to deal with as well. And those that are new can bring in the experience as well. They do have monthly proficiency tests as well. And also, if you're new, you do need to know what aircraft are here and their performance as well. They need to know what the aircraft is capable of. So, for example, an F-35B requesting a STO, that would be quite interesting if the pilot didn't know that it can do that. So, a little bit of knowledge, background on the aircraft as well. There's also, you've got to remember, large exercises that do get involved as well, which makes it fun and challenging. And it can get congested as well. Air traffic controllers, like I said, they have extensive training, and just keeping them on top level all the time as well. So they are part of the 48th OSS. We've also got the 48th communications as well. And yeah, it's a great, you know, again, for those thinking about air traffic controller career, it's fantastic. I think there's, I don't know if Wittering, for those thinking about that through the RAF, just trying to think if the, I can't remember if Wittering do a bit of training there as well. I'm just trying to remember if they do that there, but I'm sure those taking that path is quite a, you know, I would imagine quite a fun role to do. So big shout out to those air traffic controllers around the world.
altitude that is.
How long we got when we come back?
Pick up how we're coming then.
The hot dog man said they will.
I don't know how long.
He said about an hour and a half when we was there.
Yay, Daphne!
He's got that walkie-talkie, he's listening.
Was he?
The 80 seat, yeah. There's one.
So Lakenheath is one of the 3 tri-star bases here. So we've got Mildenhall, we've got here, and then 5 miles in the direction of the backwards crow flying to my 5 o'clock is RAF Feltwell as well. They don't have an airfield, but they are part of the 48th Intelligence. So there are quite a few stations, US Air Force, and of the 600 airfields, military airfields in England in Britain during the Second World War, 160 were either dedicated or built for the United States Army Air Forces that started to arrive in 1942. And this is the only fighter station that's left from that period. It is quite amazing, and it's been a United States Air Force station since 1948. The station was opened in mid sort of late 1941, and first crew actually were number 20 OTU with the Vickers Wellington bomber that arrived here. And it was designated to become a satellite station, so a bit like Woodhall Spa to Coningsby. All right, it was a satellite for RAF Mildenhall. Okay, Mildenhall had 3 satellite stations actually. It was here, Newmarket Heath, and Tuddenham. Actually, I need to pass by Tuddenham as well. Actually, at some point, need to have a look at that. There's not much left, but I might be able to have a look at drone flying, but it's a bit very close to the, of course, because you've got Mildenhall as well. So I'll just, of course, check what I need to do. So it was opened in 1941, and although closed in 44, so took nearly 3 years to reopen, because the plan was to select here, Marham and Sculthorpe to become a VHB, a very heavy bomber base to operate the B-29s. And honestly, it took nearly 3 years looking at it, and there was a few stories that I've heard from people that used to live nearby during that time, where there was no fence, the perimeters, all the contractors were working around in and around the locals so they can get to their homes. It was quite remarkable. But once it opened in 1948, that's when it changed to the United States Air Force.
Daphne!
I see you sharing them, I won't give you any more.
Yeah, probably come right round to
So I hope you enjoyed the F-35s. And Captain A, how you doing as well? Fritz, Davey, Dieter, Wendy loves planes, not Captain Weber. And a good morning to you, Joshua Brown, Hank, Vahul, Phantom Fanatic, how you all doing as well?
Hercules.
So I hope we're all good, ladies, gents, teddy bears. So our last show of the week. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all up to much this weekend. What are you guys up to this weekend? Let me know. Let's see what you got planned this weekend. Let me know in the comments what you got planned. I'm just going to take it easy this weekend. I don't actually no, probably not. Probably do maybe do a lost airfield somewhere. Yeah, why don't we do a lost airfield somewhere? Could do got a slot for November. There's another. I think there's 2 more episodes to come. So we've got. I think I've put you 2 in September. I think on there. So have a look at that. I've got 2 2 more episodes for you to enjoy. We've done Kim Bolton. That was a good one. There's loads. It's actually just trying to pick one is the trouble, because there's so many. I will do a few when I'm going on my adventures, just for on my little like 5-day break. I could do something in Dorset. That'd be quite cool. I think we're going to try. There's a couple in Dorset I might have a look at while I'm there, innit? We'll do a little bit of Yorkshire through the years as well while I'm heading off to York night. Maybe do that. So yeah, I'll have a look for the fans of Lost Airfields. Do have a look at it. I've set it as a playlist as well, so you can categorise the Lost Airfields in our video archives as well, which is kind of cool. It's really good. I do enjoy doing them. It's really strange when I watch the very first 2 episodes. I'm like, oh no, it is a bit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I could do better than that. But hey, it's the way it is, which is why I did a revision on one of them. I think I called it episode 17.2 because I just wanted to. I thought I could do better than that. Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere. I think Harrington, King's Cliff was my first one, and then I did Harrington, and I used to get someone to do the drone flying, but I took the plunge, and it followed the rules sensibly and accurately, and there I was, and it's amazing. It's amazing how the channel has that side as well, which is kind of, you know, I do love that. Yeah, so in the meantime, let me know what you're doing this weekend. Don't forget to we still got these Ted Coningsby t-shirts with Ted's Typhoon on the tail. We've got our baseball hats as well, Ted Coningsby. We've got a few fleet ones left as well available. Yeah, have a look. We do t-shirts, patches, key rings, key tags, all that kind of stuff. We've even got still got the Ted Coningsby signed prints as well of this. Again, these are made by Squadron Prints. We've also got the actual prints of this as well that are signed by Ted, which is really awesome as well. They're really good quality. They're made by Squadron Prints. In fact, all of our patches, if I remember, don't think all of our patches and tags, they're all, the quality's up there. We've kept it like that since day one. We love it. So big shout, a little shout out to Squadron Prints. They've been part of the channel since the first patch came out, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we've even got little glowing, and these are seriously, this is going to really glow in the dark. This is this wristband as well. We got them as well. So yeah, so next week off to Eastbourne. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get a regular stream. I am thinking of Tuesday. If not, we're heading down on Wednesday. Monday, there won't be a stream on Monday, unfortunately. Got physio. And Tuesday, I could whack out a Lakenheath stream, maybe. Don't forget, there are a few stations on nights next week, so don't get caught out. Unless you want to do some night flying. But this time of year, night flying, doesn't get dark till what, 9 o'clock, something like that. So it is one of those things. But yeah, it's been an absolutely mega ride with the Ted Coningsby channel. Absolutely brilliant. But I hope you all enjoy. And I'm going to catch up with you in the comments now, see how we're all doing.
There's another training out there as well.
Essex Ghost. So just to answer all the questions regarding air shows, if you go on our website tedconingsby.co.uk, you'll click on No Teds, and that'll tell you which air shows we're at. We're not at Clapton.
Down south.
Aspen's wearing his sweep t-shirt. Dieter, which lost airfield or closed airbase would you like to have back in operational service? Oh, do you know what? It might cause disruption, but you can't get rid of Scampton, man. Bring back Scampton. It's got such a history. How could you? Sorry, I don't mind. I'm probably going to regret saying that, but Scampton needs to come back. And Alconbury. There you go. Bring those two back. Go on. Go on, bring them back. James Crook, yes, I do. Yeah, there is that as well. Do you have removed before flight tags? We've got removed beret before flight tags. They're cool. Someone's asked for a removed before flight. So we've got removed beret before flight because, of course, we've kept it connected to Ted there. Robbo, 389th. Oh, thank you. Not sure just yet. I do have one in mind that I'm going to try and do, but I'll have a look at the. I'll have a look at my drone app, see if I can get a drone up there. I was quite shocked about East Kirkby. I actually just assumed that it would conflict with Coningsby's zone, but it's just out. Yeah, also Woodhall Spa would have been a good one, but yeah, that's really pushing luck. I'd have to be quite far away and get a long distance aerial shot of that, but yeah, I could do the ground, but I'll have a look. Leave it with me. Woodhall Spa would be a brilliant one, but yeah. I mean, there's loads. I've got a list. There's over a good 100 that I've got on my list. Lovely t-shirt there, man. How you doing? All right?
Right, you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. All good.
Has he gone? Has he just moved? No.
You alright?
Yes, it's on the floor.
Right, I'm just gonna go grab my tea. Back in a minute.
Yeah, we'll see one come on. Big one.
Down where he's got it. Got training one here and another one over there. He's just done some wear and tear on the bricks.
No problem at all, mate. We've all been there. Having my own Japanese and probably do something about the traffic. We've all been there. No problem at all. Probably too much air conditioning this time of year.
Ow!
Got your scanners for sale?
No, we didn't. No, we've only been about 10 minutes. Well, every intention is really get people at 6:30.
Oi, you all right?
I used to work here, but when I retired, they keep my pack up.
I've got a question for you.
Yes, mate.
Would you do any sort of photography for becoming a YouTuber?
Well, I was a wedding photographer for about 9 years, and I did photography since I was 10. So, yeah, it does help. You get an idea of framing. It does help. Yeah, just keep going. So yeah, so one of the common questions I do get asked as well is about how long do training sorties take. They can take up to 3 hours. They could take longer. They may have gone to another station, just parked up for the day. There is that as well. We've had that before. We've had F-35s go to Leeming. We've had F-35s go to Valley and stayed there and just didn't come back. So there is that as well. Don't forget that they don't have to come back. They could just go on a little holiday at Leeming or something, yeah. But that said, they could even go up and come back in 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 40. But if they're refueling, it could take up to 3 hours, could take a while. But, so nothing is publicised. Like I said, it's just you just got to just wait it out, just be prepared and enjoy.
You just throw it up. I never just threw up. Oh, that one.
Oh, he's got loads.
And when he comes down,
He won't sell it. He won't sell it. Yeah.
You can take them all down the big bar.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah. The guy at Mildenhall.
Be a big care about it.
How many teddy bears do you have? Do you know the exact number? He said it's good.
First one's got to be June. I was here. There's Eminem with my then brother. When I've got a beach review last time, my camera struggled at night.
Yeah,
Doesn't
they,
want
yeah.
Yeah. I don't have it, so I left it at home.
Take Coningsby in trouble.
I thought they were supposed to do it. When I was waiting for my dad, I was online.
They'll probably go into drive. Yeah, that's the edge they're recording from. Probably ready F-35.
Nice, love it. Charlie down, is that?
What scanner do you use, huh?
It's just that classic one.
that
Everyone's got,
Uniden?
yeah, everyone's
yeah,
got
that's
that
what
one.
I've been looking for.
Yeah,
How expensive are they?
about 140 now, I think.
Yeah.
No, your car's
It's in the sun. And it's a dark colour.
The guy just said that the black jacket, he's just had F-35 crews talking amongst themselves, so that could be a good sign.
I think something big taxi
Don't
for
lean on
them
this back.
006.
Here, Alex.
Liam, come away.
Listening to the scanner.
Yeah, just come away. Turn your back.
There's smoke there.
I just noticed. There's smoke right over there.
Oh, yeah.
Unless that could be the Mildenhall Fire Rescue Team doing training. The other side. Runway change could be perfect. Well, the runway, well, the wind is basically oh, nice.
See if you can zoom in on Mildenhall. Smoke over there.
Yeah, got some smoke over in Mildenhall's
They're always
direction.
burning stuff, so it's fine. Yeah, farmers are always burning things, so it's all good. How we're doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Hope we're all good and well. Just waiting for our arrivals, when that will be. But in the meantime, how we doing? Hope we're all good. I hope we've all hit the like button. It does help the stream. So do give us a thumbs up as well, and do subscribe. We're on our way to 136, I think, today. 136k. Come on, can we do it? It is possible. The way the channel's been climbing, we could get 136,000 today. That would be good. So while Lakenheath went from 1941 to 48 being Royal Air Force Station, and from 48 to today serving as a United States Air Force in Europe base, it's part of the 3rd Air Force. The 3rd Air Force, of course, being the HQ at Ramstein Air Base in America, in Germany, for the United States Air Force in Europe and Africa. They have 10 units. Just to give you a few: the 31st Fighter Wing, the 48th Fighter Wing, the 100th Air Refueling Wing, the 501st Combat Support Wing, the Heavy Airlift Wing. And when the 48th Tactical Fighter Wing arrived at Lakenheath, they came with these, with just 3 of their squadrons. The F-100, the Super Sabre. I know. Look at this. That was their aircraft that they arrived here with. They already had them at Chaumont Air Base, where they got their wing status and also where they got their nickname from. They're the only United States Air Force wing with not only a number, but actually a name. They're called the Statue of Liberty Wing, and they got that because the workshop of Baffoldi was very close to Chaumont Air Base, where they were stationed in 1952 to 1960. So our first F-35s are arriving in just a few moments. It was their first supersonic aircraft at Mach 1.4, the F-100D. They arrived here. There was only the 3 squadrons because the 495th became inactive in 1944. And they arrived here at Lakenheath in 1960 on the 15th. Again, remember, the number 15 does pop up quite a bit. And they came here.
Runway 23 has been
And,
mentioned.
they were using these with their slightly different tail marking system. They had LR for the 492nd, LS for the 493rd, and LT. So they had a different tail marking system. I'm just looking over my shoulder. So yeah, they were using these until they transitioned in 1972 to the McDonnell Douglas F4 Phantom in 1972. And the legend that is Sully, bless him, the pilot, Captain Sully that landed the airliner into the Hudson River, was actually stationed here flying the Phantoms in 73. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to make that snappy because we do have our first arrivals coming soon. Let me just... And the F4 Phantom was the 48's first ever twin-engine jet
So how fast is that?
aircraft. They were ex-Vietnam Phantoms. And the first arrived on the 7th of January 1972. And the wing completed that conversion on the 15th of April.
Funny. You need to look. Otherwise there's no point in being
That's the thing, but we don't know.
Get out.
They don't know. We don't know if they'll just come straight into land either. Funny.
Okay. It's not working.
What's not working?
It is.
Yeah, they will do.
So I can hear.
Yeah, I know. You can know.
Something's coming.
Okay, so our first arrivals coming very shortly. You should be able to hear it to my right. They'll be over the trees. That's Point Charlie.
Right, here we go, Dill. Come down from over the tree, so.
And then they'll turn left into downwind. And again, things like this do need to be approved for those that use radios. We'll hear downwind entry approved from RAPCON.
No one's the best guy.
Without?
Without a company you can stand next to anyway.
You know when they came in?
Yeah, but
That's where it got you some lead on, so you've got some
Here we go.
Here they come.
I can hear it.
near it now. Can you hear it?
There they are.
Oh, here we go. The other one's a bit further behind.
That's so weird. But we got our first one.
Right, so 10 have gone out, and still some.
I don't need my new agency done.
56 simultaneous.
Where's my bit? I'm gonna be with you.
Once the food is gone, it goes on. Right, so the triangle are going back once the food's gone.
So that was our first two arrivals. It's trouble there, just trouble heading back.
Something's over the top of this, Nikos.
I wonder if that's a high key.
Still, 235 to 2,000 feet.
2,000?
Yeah, so way above the cloud. But you think they'll just dive in?
That's what.
They're behind it somewhere. There they are.
Here we go. Point Charlie.
I've seen the other one this time.
The landing gear creates a little bit of drag as well to slow down the aircraft, and more aerodynamics, and pilots must confirm that the gear is down, otherwise they will not be cleared to land. And that's all elements, so you might hear speed 1, 2, 3, final gear down, and speed 1, 2, 4, final gear down.
Fighter Squadron I think that was 495.
Nice camera. What is it? What does it go up to? 900? 600?
600 lens.
That's 180 to 600. This one's only 600. So it's soft.
We'll get one eventually, don't worry. The one's got to start somewhere.
Save them. Oh, look, he's going high.
Right over.
Don't give me your left. Is that coming round again?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to have to do that one more time. What is it now?
I don't know why I
Sounded like the pilot was doing a weather check. I'm not 100% sure, but there we go, gear down. Check out the aerobraking there, beautiful aerobraking. So what looks like a wheelie is aerodynamic braking, using the undercarriage as a big giant drag chute just to slow the aircraft down. Same sensation as a moving car, and you know, stick your hand out, we all do it. You can feel the force there, you feel that drag, that push. You can also mimic what's called lift as well. If you want to experience lift, when you turn your hand like that on a moving vehicle, you feel that pushing up. And if you turn it down, you can almost feel the wind pushing you down. So it's the same with the flaps and lift and elevators. You can kind of actually get that into as a little practical experiment. And what you're doing, we've all done it when we were kids, but on windy days I used to open up my jacket, turn it into a parachute. So what you've got, you're turning all the undercarriage into a massive drag chute, and it just slows the aircraft down. And what that does, it relieves the braking system. So you don't have to wear and tear use up the braking system. Braking system is only on the main landing gear. You don't have a braking system on the nose gear. The nose gear does turn as well. Use your feet for that. But yeah, that's the whole point. It's just let aerodynamics do its thing. Let aerodynamics just create drag and slow it down. Again, a bit like the landing gear. Even as simple as air leaks, they cause drag as well. I remember watching a video, an old school documentary on a Spitfire that was struggling in maximum performance and speed, and they found out that the cowlings were a little bit loose. I know, and it was causing drag. They actually tightened it up, replaced the panel, and they got an extra 25 miles per hour out of it. That's, you know, Spitfires, some of them can do 445 miles per hour or so. That 25 miles per hour could be the difference between, you know, a survival of aerial combat and non-survival, if that makes sense. So, you know, even the likes of drag from leaky air from the cockpit could cause that. So, still got a good handful. Surely Pete, man. Thanks a lot, Pete Lawrenson, to help with the fuel for next week. You're a legend, mate. Thank you so much, my rock climbing buddy. Thanks a lot, Pete Lawrenson there. Bless your heart. Thank you so much. Here we go, another two coming in. Point Charlie, here we go.
runway and see what happens. Yeah. With whatever happens here. It's not bad.
Standing on him is still taller. How is that?
It's up to you.
Wait, hold on. You stand there.
Yeah, he's got loads.
Right, every time you go to an aircraft, you're going to wear that. But if it's like this type of
Yeah, yeah, different ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll say one.
What's that coming out? No. Tanker's coming back.
Which tango is? 345.
So it's
I don't know if the
basically the
tanker
same
was
like
out
this.
right over the water.
It's the same like this, yeah.
From Mildenhall there is more car. Which means there's more areas you can get out of
The KC-135 is about 10 cars spinning around over the water. The Fighter Squadron has got up to that Osprey helicopter is based on sometimes we see stuff that's fine.
You having fun so far?
It's all good. You're right.
Yeah. And what? After that,
You're right, man.
Oh, that armor truck's going down here, right? Yeah, it's fucking slow. It's just dead.
have you been naughty? Huh? Which
Yeah.
day?
Yeah, do you see you later.
Huh? You've been arrested.
Here we go.
Morning, Pam.
Such a great aircraft, absolutely brilliant fighter. Their thrust to weight ratio would have now naturally increased. You can pull off amazing manoeuvres like that. Not that they couldn't anyway, but there you go. There's that. That's alright. Just doing my little, you know, just checking.
Where does he come from? He's been out of the ship on the last two.
You said the one coming.
The one is two out there. There is one. There is two.
Dad,
Cool.
where's the
Alright, our last two plus one. So I've just had a question pop in regarding two. Oh, hello. Oh, where are you going? Whoa! The vertical stabilizers, you'll notice two bumps, and it's not on all of them, and it's a little additional attachment which I'll explain in a moment. You see them on the, just in front of the vertical stabilizers, either side there's a little bump, a little attachment there. They're actually called Luneburg lenses, and they are a stealth. There we go. This one's going for it. Come on! They actually increase and magnify the radar cross-section. They're called Luneburg lenses, and they don't all have them. Now, they can be quite difficult to track sometimes when you're a civilian aircraft flying around, and they're literally to increase, wow, this is really going for it. They basically increase the radar cross-section so our friendlies can see them a bit better. Can be attached or detached. Oh, he's got his gear up there. Cool. This is interesting. Hello. So this is low key. It's about 5,000 feet low key. Is this a PFO? In low key, this is quite nice to see. lost control. Well, that is all our aircraft back, I believe. Hey, good to see you again, yeah? Take care. Bye now. Oh, no, it's just a meeting game now.
Leo! got flying over on the way into Mildenhall yesterday. The visitor.
Virginia.
I don't know. Mine's still on.
Have you seen
Oh, true. False. True.
I want to see the quick points. That's what.
True or false? Alex, true or false?
Still, Osprey's inbound somewhere. No, somewhere over there.
Can I?
There it comes up back.
Yeah, I just see it. That's what I heard.
Yes, yeah, in September, not long.
10th of September, my birthday.
Oh, right. Don't know if it's on the 10th.
There's
Might be the 7th or 8th, I think it is.
I know last year was set at home. You're like a stream from Lottie on main TV eating a bucket of KFC. Yeah.
Hiya, you alright? How's it going? Alright?
On the photo?
No, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
More,
Thanks. Alright? No worries. Yeah, you alright, yeah?
Famous. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people buying them food every now and then.
Honey, come get me. Honey, come get me. Get me.
Picture, I think that
Honey, come get me. Get me.
Guys up here on the phone, shoot back up to Tesco's and use the road, come back to Luneburg.
I can just dig up.
Right, use two. Use two.
Connie Alex.
Told you.
Right, we'll put them down for like this. And we're going to go back up to Tesco's and use the road. And then we're going to go to Mildenhall. Which is the one that...
Wait, so here's like. What, so the big.
terms of like
So
noise,
planes, when they fly, they'll be fired quick, so years later. Or be
Yeah,
louder.
this is like over there is Mildenhall.
Where the big ones go.
Yeah, the man would be a decent spot, but yeah, any spot's decent.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. You know, she goes past the main runway.
Up on the industrial estate.
Yeah. That's cool. That's Hey, go punch that.
Who's it?
Don't know. I always wanted to go on the floor.
Use two.
I'll just leave that in there.
It's a car.
Yeah. The only thing with Mildenhall is there's like food places there, except from the. Drink it all.
You drank it, Alex. That's gonna be an explosion.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to leave that kind of bag in the boat?
Yeah, it's much.
Up to you.
Wait, what about this thing? This thingy.
Hang on.
Liam,
Yeah.
I can dip, so I'm sitting this side. Okay, then it means
One of my
things.
thoughts for the year, whether they go down to the services.
Your hair's so hot.
If we're going Mildenhall, I would say probably the nose down by the services. If you know
The
that.
Mildenhall's over there.
Yeah.
But then I go
Out
to-
that way and then
I
down.
go out here, turn left.
Let's go back. Now we have toilets.
So that's the thing. Down
Services should have toilets.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That house near Mildenhall. It's sort of a turn, and you go round. There's an old RAF Hunter jet on someone's driveway or something like that. His dad took me and Neil down there and we pictured it.
Oh, that's good.
Like, yeah.
Hello. Actually, lift your feet up. Both feet.
Someone tried to
You know, because the guy said that they're all shut down.
What ferry? Ferry.
Is that building?
I've got a ferry.
Possibly.
Ferries ain't real, my friend. Yes, they are. Oh, I just don't know how. It's funny. Ferries ain't real. Yes, they are.
Yeah, it's probably, don't forget,
They are.
Yeah, as they go around, you get it's probably a mile
Right.
away.
Side.
Get
Look.
sound
Get off. Get your
catches the sound.
look.
Yeah.
No, it's your fault. I ain't free use here anymore. Pissed off.
That's probably the single F-35 just sitting there.
Well, you don't actually hit the phone. It normally deletes. If you pick up and say hello, then you get to
I think he could even go to John's Field as well. Yeah, well, yeah. The thing is, with the mountain, there's those trees. You don't see it until that sort of bar on top of it.
This looks easy to drive. It's like I could just keep you.
Yeah, whatever's on my neck's on my neck, so everything else.
Ollie.
Yeah? Wait, I need my stuff. This is my seat, thank you very much. No, you know it's my seat. My seat.
Yeah, I might be over there. All right, I might catch you over there.
Oh, well, today?
Yes, I might be going over there. I'll see you in a bit.
Mildenhall.
Yeah, I might go over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably round up to John's Field or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'll probably head over there. I'll see.
Maybe you'll sit in the middle.
See how we get on there.
Right, see you later.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Right, how are we doing, ladies and gents, teddy bears? Now it's just literally a, how long do you want to wait? It's now potluck now, isn't it? Anyway, how are we doing? Hope we're all good and well. We'll stay here for a little bit. And Ted's enjoying the sun. So Ted's got a birthday shout out. A happy birthday to Lisa. Love from Ian, Jill, Macy, Lily and Coco. So hope you're enjoying the show there, and a happy birthday to Lisa. Have a great one. Also Julian aka Ginger and crew, Ginger Bailey, thank you very much for the super burger and the breakfast this morning. Thank you very much. A Guards March to you as well. Right, and also our regulars, how are we all doing? Lee Williams, high five, welcome to the Ted Coningsby Squadron, Guards March to you. Thank you for joining us. Major Water, thank you very much. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby Squadron, high five and a Guards March. Margot, thank you very much for the super, Guards March to you. Babsart, high five, thank you very much for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Guards March, not Captain Weber as well, high five and a Guards March. Thank you very much for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Doug Ross, thank you very much for the super chat. Fry Flies High, Guards March as well. The Bat Purple, member for 15 months. Thank you very much. Another month of great aviation. Tracy Smith, high five, Guards March. Thank you very much for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Tracy Smith as well, high five, Guards March. Thank you very much for another gifted membership. Guards March to you. Rob Kennard, high five, thank you very much. Help with fuel and salmon, etc. Thank you so much, man. Little salute to you. How's Devon? Hope you're all good. Looking forward to going to Devon next year, actually. As my usual little trip to Dartmoor for a few days. Thanks a lot, Rob. Doug Ross, thank you very much. Another super chat there. High five. Hit it. Go, go. Thanks a lot for the super. Charlie Pete Lawrenson, thank you so much. High five, Paul Pump. Oh, gosh. With an injury, Guards March, thank you so much for the super chat there, Pete, to help with fuel for next week. Thank you very much for that super chat. Simon Watchon, high five, Guards March, thank you so much for the gifting of Ted Coningsby membership. Got Reese Maroney as well, high five, Guards March, thank you so much for gifting the Ted Coningsby membership. Ah, yeah, nice one. I've just seen, I was wondering, that's quite random numbers, but Simon Watchon, high five, thank you so much for the super chat there. Massive congratulations on 136,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for what you have created, and to the awesome members, subscribers, and to my Spanner Flight colleagues for making it an amazing place to be. Bless your heart, thank you so much. Reese Maroney, high five, Paul Pump. Thank you, Reese, for that. That's awesome. It's very kind of you for those gifting memberships. Giving an opportunity to other fans a chance to have a taste. Thank you very much. Aspen, thank you very much. Congrats on 136k. High five, Paul Pump. Thank you so much for that super chat. Guards March, the Bat Purple, again, salmon celebration for 136k. I know, just 4k away now from 140 and 14 from 150. Goodness me. The bear that wanted to fly, who's now flown, it's just remarkable. Thanks a lot, Bat Purple, for that. Chris Baxter upgraded membership to the Posh Officers Club. Thank you very much. High five for that. Bjorn Danielson, celebrating 35 months today of membership. Member for 3 years in a few days. Thank you for the great channel. You're most welcome. Dieter, thank you very much for the super chat. So glad I discovered the TCS channel, and thanks for all those great comments on my artwork. You're most welcome, man. You should be very... you should be proud of that artwork, mate, because it's fabulous. Bjorn Danielson, high five, thank you so much for that super chat. Guards March to you. Right, I will just have a chat with Ted, see if Ted can make some phone calls to find out what's going on, and then I know we just got 136,000. That's pretty cool, man. It's a nice little number, actually, a 136. So we're just I'm just gonna hang on a little bit. It's still early days. Hang on just for a bit and see what's going on. All right. Don't forget, although the runway is still open, it could be open for just one aircraft that's coming. I'm not saying that's the case. Please don't take that for right as rain. Just giving you an example, because it happened to us. We were waiting all day. Was it 7-8 hours? And it was just open for one C-17. So although it may be open, it could be open for various reasons. Maybe it needs to be open for, let's say, a diversion for Mildenhall, maybe for an emergency. Who knows? But it can stay open because there could be a particular aircraft coming. Not saying that's the case, but you never know. It could be because there's another sortie. Who knows? But we'll just wait around for one or two moments. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, you carry on, take a photo, go for it. It is, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good. Yeah, we've taken a holiday with us and stuff. It's good fun. Yeah. No worries.
Hey Nikos. How you doing, Jamie? How you doing? All right?
Oh, yeah, you alright?
Good to see you, mate. You must be having a good day.
Good, thank you.
Good. Nice to meet you.
You too, you alright?
We've got a drink for you, mate. There you go.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you very much. How you doing?
Yeah, mum,
Jamie, yeah? Nice to meet you.
Mum said that watch all the time on.
Oh,
TV,
nice
yeah.
one.
Well, they've got to get little bears fighting again. She's up there. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, so one big shout out to them two. They're in today, so yes.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, Russell and Sharon, yeah, name with my mum, yeah. Russell and Sharon, yeah. So they're good to meet you. Nice.
You
so,
too, man.
Yeah, watched Kirkby last week.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good. I had nice to see a bit of coverage out as well last week. That's good. So, yeah. Yeah, man, we got work this week. It's been good. So nice week off. So nice and chilled. So, yeah. Hey, good evening, mate. Take care. See you soon.
You too, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, enjoy your
Thanks,
coat.
mate. Yeah,
Cheers,
thank you. Cheers, buddy.
There you go.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, I think I would as well. I don't think they know. One of the guys is saying that's probably not because he'll have to take them to get you. So it's an hour away, an hour and 15 minutes. But I did wake up. Obviously, I did wake up at 5:30. And I did think, so I wake up.
Turn the handles out.
And then he woke me up and asked us, "Do you want a cup of tea now?" I went, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." I was hoping to get some tea done.
That's what we saw last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we sort of been pleased today that he's in the F-35, so he's the last 2 years.
Quite good. And if you want petrol, you get to see the van and stuff. I thought it was not bad. One of the guys yesterday changed typed in about, do you want to see the typhoons? But it changed the text. Do you want to predict the text? It said photon. Do you want to see the photon? Photon? I don't know what photon is. You got some ribbon on it.
What about the work to actually take this box?
Fog, yeah. Can you take the fog? Can I bring fog? Dog.
Hello.
Do you know, like, because you come all the time, don't you? Do you, is much go on after this?
No idea.
No idea.
Sorry.
Do you often stay and wait? Or?
Yeah. Just don't know. Might.
Yeah, because I think last time they came, they left and then the F-15s apparently went up.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's,
how often it happens.
no idea. I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
What's your name?
Nikos, how you doing? All right. What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. Nice to meet you, mate.
Look, what are you doing? He makes YouTubes.
Yeah.
You watch YouTube, don't you?
I watch YouTube on my iPad.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He does all the videos of the planes. Look, that's you've been watching, haven't you? Doing his camera up there.
Fingers. Thank you. Right. Time to get back up.
Find out then.
Right. Yeah, you just got to wait it out, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's why I keep looking every
Did
time I
I-
see it doing a lot.
Is that? You take some more pictures.
Well, hopefully
Are
we
you?
get some,
Are you?
but
He did his YouTube. Do you know when you watch your YouTube on your iPad? That's what he made.
Dad,
It's on here.
yeah, you just got to wait, I'm afraid.
That's what he's filming now. But that's what his camera's pointing at now. There's nothing there at the minute.
where were you?
No. Oh, which car? Oh, I'm not wrong there. But this camera here is filming that.
Is that
That's hopefully where the planes are.
Is that the plane just landed? And you took a picture?
Yeah, they're all back though, so we're just
Oh, are they all back now?
gonna wait now.
Yeah, they 10 went out and then came back in.
We came last Friday, but we were too late and we were too late today.
Nah.
Yeah, you got right early. We went up about 8:30.
What time are you going back?
You've only just.
How we doing, ladies, gents, and
I know,
teddy
we
bears?
actually
Hope
saw
we're
them
all
coming
good
in
and
after
well.
work.
And yeah, literally, we're just gonna wait. The runway is still open, but it's a case now of just waiting. And how long do you want to wait? How are we all doing? What you all up to this weekend? Let us know. I hope you all have a good time.
Even our daughters.
I suppose the beauty is
Yeah. My name is Jens. My name is Jens from Germany. My name is Jens from Germany. My name is Jens from Germany. Hi, yeah. My name is Jens from Germany. Do you like the Bundesliga with Klinsmann, Müller, and Beckenbauer? I like the Eurofighter C-130. I fly them all nighter. But my friend Reggie, he likes to be on the Bolden, while the Red Ted is still das Flugzeug. Wingy, the wise, no more he flies. It doesn't matter, but my boss Ted, he leads the Geschwader. My name is Jens from Germany. The new band, Yen and Jens, that's what it's all about. I love that. It's good, Jens. Jens, that's brilliant. Come back, mate. Come back. That was brilliant. Yeah, what's it? My name is Jens from Germany. I like this. Yes, the Geschwader. Yes, yeah. Chicken Jens from Germany. That's it. My name is Jens from Germany. That's the remix. Gonna get hold of my man Marshall Mathers, Eminem. See if I can hook up with him with a little remix. Jens Germany. I think other people were watching this, you know, man. Chicken Jens from Germany.
And then we'll be ready to go and pack up. And when we come back out, we get it out.
1,000 likes, 136k, rocking and rolling. Sounds good to me. Right, let's have a look what time is it. It's 10:05 GMT here in the UK, and we're just waiting and waiting, and hopefully, you never know, but there's got to be a cut-off point for us, I'm afraid, so we're just going to hang in there and see what we can get. But you know what will happen when we leave, it'll all kick off, right? Let me just listen to the 80s, see what we got, see when that's getting updated.
Yeah.
Should I go then?
Not yet. Is that tailcodes there then? No, I think that's good.
Alright, let's have a little quick nose. Channel 224, let's have a look what we've got here now. Oh. 855.
No, repeat about.
Well, we've had a fantastic day, lovely approaches, lovely circuits today. It's been great. Like I said, even just one is just great. We do enjoy it. We do a lot of it. You can have that stuck in my head now. The real Jens from Germany. That's it. The real Jens from Germany. It's got a good vibe. It's got a very good vibe. Got a good ring to that. The real Jens from Germany. Yeah, it suits him that actually, but he does like. Actually, no, it's Wingy that likes German techno. Wingy's into German techno. He loves that. Might have to take him to a nightclub or something. Bang some tunes out for him. Imagine him with his glow sticks and glow in the dark UV stuff, whatever. Yes, heat is just starting to get a bit warm at the moment, so we're just gonna wait and just see what we can get. We'll have to wait another 45 minutes or something, see what we got.
This is a good set. Look, Daddy. This is a really good set. I really like it. It's a little small one, but I want another one of these little sets.
How's that do with the work all right? I've just got to sit in here and see it.
Copy random
See it at the back.
Oh, this is quite good.
Did you enjoy him, Harley? Yeah?
Enjoy what?
Which one was your favourite?
See, I like these. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, if you send that in to me, I'll publish that. Email or Facebook, email or Facebook, and I'll put your credit on that. Yeah? Yeah, no, good one last year. Oh, alright, yeah, that'd be good. Oh, you got that one as well? Yeah, yeah, quite a few. Quite a few of just getting that. Yeah, I think my partner with me for mine. Just your own seaplane? Yeah, it's mad, wasn't it? Last year. Yeah, it came out with that, didn't it? That's it. Yeah, I remember now, yeah. Everyone left and it just come out. And we were like, what is going on? So I popped it up. Heavy business. Yes, and I had the flag. Yeah. And there was a guy on top of the seaplane waiting as well. That's the second house. Making up a camera. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, thank you. It's good to hear. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Not sure. Yeah, I know. Same as me. It's a bit more fun, isn't it?
that goes in?
Yes.
Because I know somebody put on that they were sold out. They had the last one, the blue one.
It will tell you it won't be available for
Oh, you just can't click into it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll have the sizes, but it'll say out of stock on whichever one. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, okay.
What colour was it you after?
I want the white one, the blue one.
That is genuine.
You can tell when you get bored, play with all the click guys.
Come up with random ideas. Yeah.
That's just like on the stomach.
Once you start leaving your notes, how to do it.
Sometimes to say the wrong word. I'm not good. That's an age.
But then you can't remember that you've done that, so it's even better.
You can get it right then. Thanks, mate.
Nice one. All right.
Good to see you anyway.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Yeah, please, man. Thank you.
Safe journey.
Hello.
How are you doing? All right? Good.
Good. Still getting up. He says.
We'll go back to town now.
He's spinning it twice.
That's all right.
Will help me pick up my Legos.
How did you get it here? I'll wait for you. I won't leave until you pick it up.
One by one.
So you haven't got it as well.
Oh, will you? Yeah. Did you have the photo of it?
Oh yeah, I was there.
And the shirt, so
All right, no worries. We'll bring it down.
the large one, because it's the size down from
Have a good one.
You too.
and so you can't click on them, and they won't let they have stock.
Is this it?
What do you reckon?
Downside?
I've got all of it with the typhoon and excellent.
Yeah. What about? Yeah. Back on the top a little bit lower than normal.
Good bits on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
There is quite a bit.
Hours and hours. Spend the rest of my life looking at kids' videos and stuff if you wanted.
Alright, what do you reckon then?
Not good, is it? Might be heading home. Oh, that's better. Bit of a breeze.
Well, that's a nice breeze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've all felt that. That's good. Oh, that was nice. Just take the heat off that. Oh, yeah. Right. So now it's literally the throw of the dice. Do you stay or should I go?
Twister. Dust over there, look.
Oh yeah. A bit of a sandstorm over there. Bless you. There's some over there, that sand there, straight ahead.
Yeah, is it?
Look at that.
Yeah. Gosh.
That's quite a bit. It's a tornado. We've actually got a bit of a tornado going on here. Where is it? Oh no, it's gone now. That was a bit of a mini tornado there. No, not the flying one.
Oh God. Don't say that in front of Margot if she's on. Oh.
I can't ruin our day. You know what I mean.
What book am I reading at the moment? Well, actually, I am not starting one at the minute, so there could be, I mean, we've got a weekend coming up, so I do have a choice. But I've got a few books that are almost like diaries. I've got the 8th Air Force diary throughout the whole Second World War. And what that does, it tells you, it is mission by mission, day by day, group by group, squadron by squadron, losses and aerial victories and losses, MIAs. It's like a diary of it's literally a whole mission report book of every single mission of the 8th Air Force. Is a remarkable book. That's one that I just like to use as a reference. I haven't actually gone through it all. It's more of a reference. It's a couple of inches thick with all the missions, and it tells you all the details of each mission. It's pretty detailed. It's a very good book. Very good book. I might go through my 9th Air Force book and see if I can get you some of the markings. I've done it for the 8th Air Force. I've not done it for the 9th, which would actually fit nicely with Lakenheath, because the 48th were actually part of the 9th Air Force rather than the 8th Air Force. And of course, for those who don't know, the 8th Air Force, their missions were different to the 9th Air Force. The 9th Air Force were more well, first of all, the 8th Air Force were more strategic bombing, so bombing ball bearing plants, aircraft factories, oil refineries, whereas the so obviously the fighter groups of the 8th Air Force would be on ramrod escorting missions and just keeping the bombers safe and secure. RAF bombers, for example, would look after the B-17s as well. Okay, but 8th Air Force, literally strategic bombing, and through their fighter groups, they would also carry out the escorting missions. Whereas the 9th Air Force, they were more supporting the army on the ground, troop carrying. So troop carrier command with C-47 Dakotas, and the fighter groups, they would carry out more ground attack missions using the likes of this beautiful aircraft, my favourite of World War II, the P-47 Thunderbolt. So this is what they would have used to strafe targets on the ground. So we're talking about taking out locomotives, gun positions, close air support. And again, I've highlighted it many times that the P-47 Thunderbolt, hence the name Thunderbolt, innovated the close air support using the very methods that they do today, using, guess what, the Thunderbolt 2. And that's what inspired to give it that name and carry on that legacy of the close air support where it all started. Although the P-47 was a plane made around its engine, the Thunderbolt 2 was a plane made, well, they got a gun and put wings on it. That's exactly what they did. Someone saw a gun, a cannon, and thought, let's put some wings on this, see what happens. And there we go, the Thunderbolt 2 was born. But the 9th Air Force then, with the C-47s, like I said, they would take those brave troops of the airborne, and the fighter groups would use their P-47s and for example, to carry out strafing. It wasn't really. There was a bit of an issue with the P-51 strafing on targets. If you know the intake, I'll have to get you the model of the P-51 which I've got. Sometimes through explosions and strafing, all the debris, there was a bit of a risk with strafing with the P-51s as well. That I've heard. I've only just heard of this recently about the engine scoop under here, the intake into there, where debris would get in and it could cause issues on strafing, but I'm not sure. Someone very briefly, I caught a conversation about that, but the 9th Air Force then, would very similar this to the Hawker Typhoon, literally strafing gun positions, close air support, so reconnaissance and observing. So while the 9th Army would advance on the ground through enemy territory and regaining the territory, if they were met with tanks or they were stuck, again, stories here in December when they were stuck around a soccer field in December. Ed Cottrell, who was part of the 493rd Fighter Squadron during World War II, he was set on a mission to try to dismantle the German positions through the soccer field. They strafed the tanks. They, they relieved their army to break through, and they did. Bridges, when they were causing issues, they'd send in the 493rd and the 48th Fighter Group squadrons out to try to break through. So it was more to do with supporting the army rather than supporting the bombers, for example. Okay, so aerial victories, dare I say it, it's safe to say that the 8th Air Force would have naturally had more, because they would have been engaged in more aerial combat due to what they were doing. But looking at it in a different way, ground attack missions would have been more on the 9th Air Force aircraft, due to the fact that that's what they were doing. So they were more of a GR4, more of a Tornado GR4, for example, with a bit of Thunderbolt 2 in there. All right, so I hope that makes a little bit more sense. And there were other air forces as well, the 3rd Air Force, 15th Air Force, 12th Air Force, there were loads, and they were all not necessarily doing different, they were doing different things, but they were, some were in North Africa, some were in the Pacific. They were allocated in different areas. I mean, today they are, today Lakenheath is part of the 3rd Air Force, and it's still going today. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents, teddy bears. Just waiting for the next, hopefully salty. How we doing, ladies, gents, teddy bears? Let's go in the chats, have a quick look. How we doing? Hope we're all good. Dita, how you doing? Reese Maroney, how you doing? Hope you're all good. Hope you're all good. Christopher Carr, Adrian Anderson, how you doing? All the way to you. Reese Maroney, have you done much on the 359th Bomber Squadron? 359th Bomber Squadron, let me, 359th, so part of the 303rd Bomb Group. Triangle, let's have a look, I've got it here, the Triangle C, they would have had on their markings, here we go. That's our 303rd, so again, as I highlighted before, those that know why there's a random 427 when it was all going so nicely in numerical, like as another example there and there. So yes, RAF Molesworth, I haven't done it, I've spoken about Molesworth due to the being the parent station of which was it, Kimbolton. I recently did that not too long ago, but no, I haven't done it because of the fact that Molesworth is still an active military airfield, so it's still going, so it's not a lost airfield. So that one I haven't actually done due to the fact that it's still active, so haven't really spoken about the 359th Bomb Squadron. So they would have had a Triangle C, they were part of the 41st Wing, and as you know, being a triangle, they were part of the 1st Air Division. So no, it's a simple answer, but I have come across them before, hence I know that they had B-17s with the Triangle C. Captain A, I'm all good, thank you very much. How are you doing? Hope you're all good. Yeah, I love the, sorry, but for those who know, I love they all know I love the P-47. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the same. Yeah. Yes, you see, no, I'm at Eastbourne. Mostly on the street, but I might be here on Tuesday. Because not too long. Yeah, I might be here on Tuesday. So I'm off Monday. I've got a bit busier on that. Yeah. On Monday, Tuesday I've got a chance to stream, and then Wednesday we're off to Eastbourne. So Tuesday, Coningsby on nights and Marlborough on nights next week. So I'm only there for here really. Until the roads get back, but at least I'll go to Canada. Yeah, it would be actually. Yeah, okay, mate. I'll let you know about Tuesday. If the weather's okay. Okay. If it's horrendous, I'll ramp on then just do Eastbourne, and then I'll catch you in the week after. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for today, mate. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna work on a few more lost airfields, as you know. I think, do you know what, Lady Shen said? I think I'm just gonna pack this up for today. I think I am just gonna see if there's any guards marches to do. You lovely people. I know I've got 1,000 of you tuned in. I feel bad, but if there's nothing happening, there's nothing happening. So, but yeah, thank you. I mean, keep going. I mean, we can always get on the chit chat. There's a few of you lovely people out there and bears supporting the channel, so thank you so much. We've got Todd Raceman. There's all these new trophies and things coming out. I don't know what they are, but thank you. Ginger Bailey as well. John Parrott, thank you very much for 21 months membership. Oi, 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 oi to you. Laser Tech, high five. Guards March, 136k. See you, man. 136k, thank you so much. Laser Tech 02, 136k, great, congrats, great achievement, thank you very much. Adrian Anderson, every moment is special, thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you so much. In the Guards March. But yeah, we might just think about packing up a link. Let me have a look at ADSB, see if there's anything pinging on the ground. Nothing at the moment. I think that'll do, Ted. Let's go. You know, I'll tell you what, if I'm packing up and something happens, we'll just do a part 2. That'd be worst case scenario, wouldn't it? Yeah, what do you reckon? We're going to roll into our weekend. But no, thank you very much. It's been an amazing journey. 136k, wrapping up. Absolutely brilliant. What an adventure. 136, so not far from 140. And when you get to that, 150 is then a possibility. So awesome stuff. But yeah, the for those that are here, the aerodrome is still open. So just have to wait it out if you want to. But I think we're done now, Teddy, aren't we? What do you reckon? 10:40 GMT, remember that. Zulu time, it is military after all. We do have viewers around the world, so just add 1 hour. We are BST, aren't we? So there we go. That's why sometimes I will say GMT, because we do have a lot of viewers all over the planet, all over the globe, the round one. Anyway, yeah, it's been a great week. Fabulous, really good week. And yesterday, wow. Won't be getting much better than that, I don't think, at Mildenhall when we were there. It was really good. But yeah, hopefully we're all well, and I hope you all have a smashing weekend. If you've got any questions, actually, before I'll wrap this up, I will just stay on the chats for a few minutes. If you've got any questions in the chat room, bring it on. But yeah, other than that, we are at Eastbourne next week. We're going to start our departure on Wednesday, so look out for the Tedmobile on the highways. But if you've got any questions before I go, there might be a stream on Tuesday. That'll be the only day that'll be a regular stream. Okay, it'll be on the Tuesday, so there's no stream on the Monday, but Tuesday there might be. I think it'll be here, to be honest, but at this stage, just treat it as though, just put your notification bell button on. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out tedconingsby.co.uk. Go and have a look at our website, have a bit of retail therapy. Claire will be able to send them actually before we get to Eastbourne, because she's coming with me for that. Hello. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Hope we're all good. I know. So it's starting to blaze now, but yeah, Ted and I are gonna put our feet up and paws up and chill out. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for getting us to 136,000 subscribers. It's a massive achievement. But yeah, remember, the real Jens from Germany, you know how it is. So thank you very much, ladies and gents, teddy bears. So 48 Fighter Wing, thank you very much. We're wrapping this up, and thank you to all our viewers, members, Spanner Flight, thank you so much, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. My name's Nikos, I've been your cameraman, historian and commentator, squadron leader Ted Coningsby on the controls, and you've been watching the Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Lakenheath. So for the last time for today and the week, it's see you soon, wish you well, see ya. Hit the button, Ted, hit the button, mate, hit the button. Alright, let's go and hit the button.
Channel, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, it really is.
Thank you. Thanks.
Did you like your badge I sent you the other day?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
You've been banging on about a 10 Reaper on the whole.
Oh, no, it was good. Yeah, no. Thank you for that. That was good. It was good. Love it.
If only.
Love it, mate. Oh yeah, ladies, sheds and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up, and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted. Ladies, sheds and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Bryce Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 levels of membership to suit everyone. With your membership, you'll get access to members only videos, photos, posts, unlock special Ted Coningsby YouTube emojis and loyalty badges, as well as being able to access our exclusive members only Discord server. All membership levels reward you with discounts to our online store. Our top level Fighter Squadron was inspired by many of our fans who supported the channel massively. This is more of a personal experience with me and Ted, giving you exclusive live streams and content from behind the scenes photos, special info and updates, as well as a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch for joining. Whichever membership level suits you, we want to say a massive thank you for choosing to join the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Ah, yeah.